Numbers chapter 14, verses 44 and 45. It says, "But they presumed to go up to the heights of the hill country, although neither the ark of the covenant of the Lord nor Moses departed out of the camp. Then the Amalekites and the Canaanites who lived in that hill country came down and defeated them and pursued them even to Hormah." How often do we walk by presumption rather than by faith? The people of Israel had rebelled against the Lord, refusing to follow him in the conquest of Canaan. They refused to go into the promised land. He clearly told them that they would reap from their decision, and none would enter the promised land except for Caleb and Joshua. Yet the verse tells us that in spite of the word of the Lord, they presumed to go into the land. The result was that the armies of the land soundly defeated them. They walked by presumption rather than by faith. And here's how this works. We walk by presumption when we determine what we want to do and then ask the Lord to join us in that thing. In other words, we're telling the Lord what to do rather than the other way around. In this, we presume the Lord will be with us in whatever we feel like doing. The walk of faith is completely different than that. It is the plans of the Lord that are the basis of the walk of faith. The walk of faith requires that we seek His will to determine what He is doing and where He is working. And then by faith, we are to join Him. The nation of Israel got it backwards. They had failed to follow the Lord's program, and He disqualified them from entering the land. Then they presumed to enter the country contrary to God's word, believing that the Lord would grant them the victory, even though He told them that they would fail. We should think about this. Quite often we do the same thing. We decide what we want to do in ministry and then pray for the Lord to bless us in that decision. This is a walk by presumption rather than by faith. Instead, we should pray for the Lord to reveal where He is working and then ask for the power of His grace to join Him in that work. This is the walk by faith. And this principle applies to not only to the church, but to the individual believer as well, and in every aspect of our life. We need to seek the Lord first in everything and ask to join in His program. And you will find that this is a much more rewarding way to live, for it is living by faith rather than presumption.